What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a shiny Wormhole, Whirlpool, Wormhole team. Try saying that one 3 times. I'm so hyped to be back with these theme teams, people. The Ultra Sun and Moon theme teams are happening. Now, Kath came up with this idea during our walkthrough, and I thought it was a really cool idea to start off my new theme team series. Leave those theme teams in the comment section below, as usual, people. Let's see if we can cover some Ultra Sun and Moon kind of teams. That'd be really cool. Get creative, go for it. Okay, so now you can probably see something in the bottom of the screen. You guys can finally use my teams. If you want to scan these codes, you can use exactly the same teams I'm using. I've just explained it there at the bottom. Now, these codes will not be around for ages, so use them while you can. I can only have like a certain amount of codes for people to use. If you're hyped for these theme teams back, people, leave a like on the video, and let's get into this one. This is a battle on my chat against Jason. Now, I'm using all the Pokemon as they were, obviously, with their natures, everything intact. So I'm using TMs on these, tutor moves, I EV'd them, and I gave them items. So we have a Focus Punch Chansey. What is this, you savage, Jason? Anyway, so going for a workup on my Ordino, which is equally OP set. So I've got Protect, Workup, Fling, and a Last Resort. This set was absolutely amazing. So I've got max health and max attack on it. The idea is to get the workup up, get the Protect off. Protect's kind of just to scout out any moves. And to like fill the move slot as well. I had Iron Ball, which just wrecked Chansey in one, and Chansey's got about 1 defense. Did they have like Lucky Punch or something? Anyway, we had the Butterfree coming out, and the last move was Last Resort. So Butterfree is going to come out in all its nice shininess. I actually don't mind shiny Butterfree. Anyway, so I have to go for Protect here, because to use Last Resort right, you need to use all of your other moves. Now, the thing about that is, if you do swap it out, you got to use all those moves again, so it's quite a situational move. Especially having 4 moves for like 3 other moves, it makes it very difficult. Anyway, it's going to be a Flash Butterfree. What is this scum? Anyway, so my accuracy is going to drop. The Last Resort is going to land, and Butterfree is going to get shreked by a physical Ordino. Man, okay, so we had a Focus Punch Chansey and a Flash Butterfree. Man, this is one hot battle. Oh, speaking of hot Pokemon, we have Ninetales coming out. This is going to be to Will-O-Wisp and drop my attack, unfortunately. So that's my Ordino, basically wrecked, but at least I can, keep using Last Resort. That's my best option here. So going for the Last Resort, even though I'm burned, it does pretty good damage. Ninetales probably is the most, bulky Pokemon in defense. However, this one has leftovers, so I'm guessing it might be like a special defensive Ninetales. It's got quite a nice special defense stat too. Anyway, so it's going to be a Will-O-Wisp Fire Spin Trapper, which is nice. I know that it does have Pain Split as recovery too. That's could be a little bit annoying, but there's nothing I can do here. I'm trapped into the Fire Spin, but oh man, it feels so good to the theme teams again. I was really missing doing them. Anyway, so my Ordino is trapped in a Fire Spin and a Burn, so there's nothing I can do. I can't swap out. The best thing I can do is go for the Last Resort again. Okay, so going for Last Resort again, which is good. This is about a 3-hit KO against the Ninetales, even though that I'm burned. So I only actually need to get 1 more off to take out the Ninetales. Anyway, so that Burn's doing loads of damage to me. The Fire Spin after that is the one that's sort of like taking me out. And now Ninetales is going to go for a final Fire Spin. That's going to be enough to take out my Ordino. But man, Ordino did a solid job there, taking that Focus Punch. Focus Punch Chansey, I love it. I love that one. That's a solid performance right there. Anyway, so bringing in my Barbarical. Now this set was equally as bad. So I didn't want to change them too much, like with the moves they had. Some of them I wanted to do because when I caught the Barbarical, I had like all the best physical moves, like when you catch them at level 60, had really good moves. So I wanted to change this into a special sweeper, plus the nature really suited it. So I get a scummy Ancient Power boost like first go. I'm like, damn, son. Anyway, so I'm going to hit by the Will-O-Wisp. That would have been, if I was using a physical set then, then again, Ninetales wouldn't have lived anyway. But still, it was quite good. So I got the Ancient Power boost up, making me +1 in every stat. So the other moves this had were Shell Smash, Ancient Power, Nature Power, and Rain Dance. Rain Dance was kind of more to help out one of my other Pokemon, not really the Barbarical itself. Anyways, back to the point. Now, the fire moves are going to get powered down by this as well. Not that they're really going to do anything, because I'm going to like heavily resist that. So these shinies were the first 6 shinies I found doing the shiny Wormhole, which I really like the Wormhole mechanics. The joke at the start was when I was doing a Wormhole, right, I called it Wormpool. Then in one other video, I called it Whirlpool. I just couldn't say the damn name. Anyway, so finishing off the Ninetales with the Ancient Power, I get another boost. What? This isn't happening. So I got to... This is not me battling people. It just can't be. Anyway, so 2 Ancient Power boosts, and the Ninetales goes down. Man, Jason must be pretty salty right now. So that burn doing minimal damage to my Barbarical. Now we have the new meta coming out, which is a Zangoose. So I thought, since my luck is running so good, let's go for the Nature Power. Let's see if I can freeze hacks or something like that. So anyway, going for the Nature Power against the Zangoose. Does pretty good damage there. I don't get the hacks. It has Thunder, and it's going to be 100% actually due to the rain I set up before. What the heck? Anyways, so I lived that one just due to my power boost from the Ancient Power. That's +2 in special defense. And I'm going to be able to finish off the Zangoose with the Ancient Power and the new meta. That was new meta. I love special Zangoose. Unfortunately, the old Barbarical is going to go down, but... sorry, he's not going to go down. He's got 3 more health left. That was my bad there. Anyway, so Mighty N is going to come in, and obviously, I really can't do much. I went for the Nature Power because I thought that'd be good if the Mighty N uses Sucker Punch, right? Because that'll actually fail. Then I'll be able to actually take it out because it actually is classed as a status move. Anyway, so Mighty N is going to go for Protect, and Barbarical is going to get all washed up. He's down, but an amazing effort there, getting so many scummy Ancient Power boosts off. I was very happy with the performance of that Pokemon. Now, guys, if you use this QR rental team, right, and get a win with it, you're the best. So you can use this on Battletree. Lots of people like using these kind of teams on Battletree. You can use it online, like it's just like explained down the bottom there. Anyway, so this is a physically defensive Nuzleaf. Let's go over what this set is. This has Toxic, Sneasel, my favorite healing move, sorry. We've got Swagger and Harden. Yes, Harden. I had to give it Harden, people. I gave this max health, max defense with Everlight. It was like super bulky. Look at it tanking those play roughs. Anyway, so super effective for me. Getting the Swagger up on the Mighty. I wanted the Mighty to hit itself with Confusion, just like one hit KO itself, and then be a scumbag and set up Hardens and heal myself off. That kind of thing. Anyway, so the Mighty has the Toxic Orb on it, which is going to activate Quick Feet, which is going to make Mighty a lot faster. I think it's 1.5 or 1.3 speed. Anyway, so we have another Chansey coming in, a second Chansey. I love versing Chansey. Anyway, so I'm going to heal up on that swap. Now, this is where things start to get very interesting. So healing myself up about a little bit over 3/4 health now. So I can either go for the Swagger or the Toxic or swap out. Oh, I think this has got Bright Powder because Toxic missed, but I don't know. It's a Chansey. It could have. There's a chance it could have missed. Anyway, so Chansey's going to set up the Carmine there, boosting its special attack and special defense. Not that it wasn't high already, to even higher levels. So going for Toxic this time, and it lands. Thank goodness. I'm not sure if this has any aromatherapy or anything. I know it's probably got Natural Cure, or it could have Serene Grace. It could have Serene Grace, but it's only got like 2 Pokemon left. Anyway, so it's going to go for the Dazzling Gleam on my Nuzleaf. I actually quite like the shiny on Nuzleaf. Looks really cool. I like the orange, like the Ninja Turtle mask. Anyway, so going for the Swagger again on the Chansey. I want to see if I can boost this thing attack to +6 because this set is all about trolling, like getting the opponent like as many attack raises as possible, then hitting himself with Confusion, setting up some Hardens, making yourself even bulkier, that kind of thing. So Chansey's going to go for another Carmine, which is going to boost its special attack again and its special defense. So I've got one more Swagger to make this thing max, or I could swap out and go into something else, or I could heal myself up. I thought, I want to, since it's called Salt Rage Love, I want to give it some more salt and give it another Swagger. So going for a third Swagger, I believe, on the Chansey. So this thing has like +6 in attack now. Man, if this has got like a normal type move, I'm going to go on to people. Anyway, so Chansey is going to hit itself with Confusion. Look how much that did. I mean, it's got really bad attack and really bad defense. So it sort of like cancels each other out. Anyway, so Chansey's going to have some more toxic damage. It's starting to really rack up now. So about 2 more turns, the Chansey is going to go down. Going for, the third Swagger this time. I was like, this is going to be really great. I want to see Chansey hit itself with Confusion this time because it's probably going to nearly take itself out. Anyway, so Chansey is going to go for the Confusion. It goes for the Rock Slide. I'm like, oh no, people, I'm doomed here. It's got a +6 in attack. Look how much it did. It did nothing. Oh, that was beautiful. I love that damage. Someone make a gif out of that right now. Anyway, so the Toxic is starting to rack up more on the Chansey. I really don't have any attacking moves on this thing. It's just a pure like salt set. Anyway, so going for a Harden again. Got to make my defense even better, people, in case that Chansey goes for another Rock Slide. So it's going to snap out of Confusion and it's going to take me out with a Dazzling Gleam. God damn, I should have healed. Anyway, so my Nuzleaf is down, but it did a really good job against that Chansey and made it hit I made it hit itself in Confusion. I took about 1 damage from a Rock Slide from a +6 Chansey. It was amazing. So the second Chansey is going to live on like 1 health. T-shirt's coming soon. So swapping my Swanna now. So Swanna is probably the best Pokemon on my team. Now, I caught this a shiny Timid Nature on Swanna. I was so happy about it. It's like, that was the best shiny out of all these ones that I caught. Now, this set was quite standard, but I had a couple of I had a fun move on it too. So this had Rain Dance, it had Water Pulse, so that's going to boost the power of Water Pulse in the rain, right? Confusion Chance. I've also got Hurricane on this, which with the rain up is going to make it, it's going to make the accuracy skyrocket. Basically, you can't really miss. And I've also got Endeavor on this with a Focus Sash, Max Speed, Max Special Attack. Mighty is going to come in and it's going to be able to outspeed me with the Crunch. I was actually going to go for the Endeavor there, and then the Mighty would go down to the Toxic, but that wasn't the case. Anyways, so my last Pokemon that I have not shown at the moment was the Macargo. Guys, we're Macargo. Anyway, so I've got on this, this is a physical set. I've got Max Health and Max Attack. This actually came with Brave Nature, so I thought I could make use of that. I went for the Explosion. The Mighty End went for me first and used Explosion. Oh, nothing like a fresh finish, people. And Mighty End is going to go boom. Probably the first time you ever see a Mighty End use Explosion. That's about half health to me. Pretty solid. And Mighty End is going to go down. And what an amazingly funny battle to start this video off with. Good game, Jason. I always like versing your crazy sets. I was actually going to use Explosion then too, so I guess you could count that as a 1-0 because I would have been fainted. All right, the next person we have battling up is DC King. Now, we have a Kricketune lead. I'm leading off with my Barbaracle. Now, since Barbaracle had such good luck in the first battle, I thought, well, let's go for it on the second. I'll get that Rain Dance up, and then I'm going to start going for the Ancient Power. Now, in hindsight, I probably could have given it a Water-type move. I don't know, I think you get Scold or something like that, or something along those lines. Anyway, so I'm going to get taunted by the Kricketune, so I can't use Shell Smash or anything like that. I can go for the Ancient Power, though, which is going to be super effective against that. So going for the Ancient Power against the Kricketune, it's going to take it all the way down to its Sash. I'm like, that's a pretty good result. I'm happy with that. I get a Critical Hit, too, which definitely probably mattered. And I get another Ancient Power boost. What is going on, people? Oh, I just can't believe this. Anyway, so Kricketune is going to go for a Scum Web. I never saw that one coming. Anyway, so the Scum Web is on the field. There's not really... I'm not really affected by that, except probably for... Well, my Swanna is flying, right? That doesn't really affect it. Ordino ain't going to be outspeeding a Tortoise, either as Macargo, either as Nuzleaf, and either as Quagmire. Anyway, so Kricketune is down. I'm going to take that out with another Ancient Power. So a pretty good start to the battle. Now we have the Bastiodon coming out. Now, there wasn't actually too much I could do against this thing, so I thought, let's just stay in and see if I can get some more Ancient Power boost, get some damage, break it sturdy, whatever. So it does really pretty much nothing to it. And now the Bastiodon is going to go for Earthquake. So Bastiodon doesn't really have the greatest offensive stats in the world. Plus, I've got an Ancient Power up too, so it's about I'd say it's about a 3-hit KO. Anyway, so my taunt wears off. I'm thinking, I could go for a Shell Smash here, or I could go for a Nature Power and try and get a freeze or something. I really wanted to do this just to troll people. Anyway, so I get the Nature Power off, and I get a burn! Yes! Finally, it happened. So I got the burn on the Bastiodon. Now, that burn is actually going to halve its attack, so I'm going to become even more bulkier. Sadly for me, the Bastiodon actually has Toxic, so that's going to wear me down, unfortunately. I don't have any way to get rid of that or anything, so that was a little bit unfortunate, but it's all good. So I got the Toxic, so I'm kind of on borrowed time at the moment. I've got to do as much damage to this Bastiodon as possible and basically exit the battle. So going for another Ancient Power, trying to boost up my stats again so I can do a little bit more damage, and that's not very effective. Unfortunately, the Bastiodon is going to keep going for Earthquake. I mean, there's nothing really else it can do. I mean, I'm not sure if it had Stealth Rock or anything, or it was just a, like a max health, max attack kind of set. I'm not sure. Anyways, that Toxic is that's the second turn now, so probably 1-2 more turns. That's my Barbaracle down after that. Anyway, so going for another Ancient Power. The thing about Ancient Power was it only has a low amount of PP too, so you can't really use it a hell of a lot. And I get another Ancient Power boost. Oh, that's so funny. The first battle I had, then the second battle, I got 2 Ancient Power boosts in both of them. It was crazy. Oh, and then the Bastiodon goes for a rest. No! So the Bastiodon is going to heal itself up, and it's going to get rid of that bird, and it's going to get all its dang health back. Man, all my hard work with those Ancient Powers. I'm so salty. Anyway, so the Chesto Berry is going to wake it up straight away, so it's not a classic Sleep Talk Pimpnite set. Anyway, so I've got one more turn to do something, go for another Ancient Power just to break the sturdy, I guess, and that's going to be Bastardon taking a massive amount of damage. Anyway, I got a third one. What is going on? Oh, this is 100% hacked. Anyway, so I'm going to get another Ancient Power, so I'm at +3 in defense. This Bastardon is just like, what is going on? I'm surprised that Earthquake ever took me out. So Bastardon, the madman, is going to finally go down, but it's all good. He had a very, very good run there. It was just amusing to see how many Ancient Powers I got. Anyway, people, so I've got my Swanna coming in. That's not going to be affected by the Sticky Web. Now, I thought about going for Rain Dance here. And then I thought about, I could go for that, and then the Bastardon could, hit me with maybe a rock-type move. I could get down to my Sash. I could use Endeavor. That'd be really handy. However, it's going to get through, hit itself in Confusions, which is really good. So I've got the Water Pulse up, so I thought, well, I can go for the Rain Dance now, which is what I wanted to do earlier on. So Water Pulse actually confused the Bastardon, which is very, very lucky. So that was nice for me. So I got an extra, I got my Rain up, and I was able to attack the Bastardon. It snaps out of Confusion and misses the Stone Edge. Oh, damn, I can feel that. I can just feel that soul. Anyway, so go for the Water Pulse. That's going to be enough to take out the big, bad, bustling Bastardon. But that's all good, getting rid of that. I mean, it could have been good because I would have been ranged to use Endeavor, but that's fine. Anyway, so coming up against the Archeops, I just went for Water Pulse against this thing. I didn't even bother about going for Endeavor. I thought I could actually get outsped by that, but I didn't. The Archeops is going to go down in one Water Pulse. Definitely not going to be able to live that. Very weak defenses on that Pokemon. So now we have Behemoth coming out. I love Behemoth, such a cool Pokemon. So now I thought, well, I could go for the Water Pulse here, and then I could probably go for like Endeavor or something like that, because this thing could have Thunderbolt, right? However, it's going to go for the Psychic, doing a lot of damage to me, putting me down to my Focus Sash, which is fine. Now I was thinking, I could go for the Hurricane here and try and go for the Confusion, because I'm getting pretty lucky lately, right? And unfortunately, it doesn't, but they went for a Calm Mind. I'm like, dude, that was like straight up risky there. Anyway, so the Behemoth's going to go for the Calm Mind. I was like, okay, well, it's going to boost its special defense. The rain stops. I'm like, oh, I can't go for the Hurricane. I've got to go for the Water Pulse here. That's my only option. Hurricane's probably going to miss. Go for the Water Pulse, and it lives on like 1 health. T-shirt's coming soon. Anyway, people, I'm going to get KO'd by the Psychic. How did that live? It must have got like minimum damage. Oh, I love that. People, the Salt, it never dies. So bring in my Nuzleaf, amazing Pokemon. So I really can't do much against this. I can only go for Toxic to actually take it out. I've got no attacking moves. So I outspeed it even with the Sticky Web up. And Behemoth is going to get hit by the Toxic, thank goodness. Now it's going to use anything. Actually, this is quite a good Pokemon to swap into, right? It can't hit me with Psychic. Dark Pulse is not very effective against it. Thunderbolt is not very effective against it. Like, a lot of moves actually can't do anything to it. It's quite a good counter. Anyway, so Behemoth's going to go down. Nuzleaf is just staring with its little orange mask. So now Swordsbuck is going to come in. I'm guessing it's going to use, like, maybe a fighting type move, but it used Mega Horn. Damn, son, that's going to take out my Nuzleaf with one super effective hit. I was never going to live that one. Would have been interesting to see, but if I had a couple of Hardens up. Anyway, so bring in Macargo. Now, Macargo has, it's got on this set, I've got Normal Gem, Explosion, Rock Slide, Gyro Ball, and Body Slam with Brave Nature. Max health, max attack. Anyway, so Swordsbuck's going to go for that jump kick. That's going to be super effective. Try to jump the gun there. I was a little bit high. Anyway, so going for the Explosion, that's going to be Normal Gem. There's no way in this wide world that Swordsbuck is going to be able to live an Explosion and a Normal Gem, except there's like a Focus Sash or something. But it didn't, and Swordsbuck is down. Macargo is down, but it got the job getting rid of the Swordsbuck. So the last Pokemon is one remaining. I've still got 2 left, so it's a pretty damn close battle. And you know what, people? It's Ordino. I was like, yes, this is really good, because I can use my Ordino too, my amazing Ordino set. Anyway, so dropping my speed, which is fine, because I didn't really need to outspeed anything. So we have the opposing Ordino using Carmine. So I'm like, that's not too bad, because it's going to boost his special attack and special defense, right? But I'm going to be hitting this thing physically. So I decided to go for Work Up this turn to try and boost my stats. Plus, remember with Last Resort, I've got to use all of my moves once when I swap it in. If I swap it out and then swap it back in, I've got to repeat the process. So it's quite, it's very, very gimmicky. A lot of the time, it only really is good with like 2 moves. So it's going to hit me with Psychic. Does really nothing to me. I'm going to fling that Iron Ball. Does pretty good damage to Ordino. It's about a 3-hit KO, but after I flung the Iron Ball, right, guys, I can't use it again. I've got to get myself another item. I could have done it with Covet, but that wasn't an option at this point in time. Anyway, so I'm going to block the Psychic because I need to use Protect once. Now the Ordino is going to go for another Psychic against me. It's going to look about a 3 to 4 hit KO. Going for the last resort here on that maximum base power, and that is enough to take out the Ordino. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed both of these battles. I got some cool artwork at the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Peace.